In 2010, against the backdrop of a recovering global economy, Adam Neumann and Miguel McKelvey are seen sketching their vision on a napkin in a dimly lit, bustling New York City cafe. Their dream, a communal workspace that transcends the traditional office environment. This moment seeds the creation of WeWork, a concept poised to disrupt the commercial real estate market. Fast forward to 2012, WeWork begins to gain momentum with multiple locations sprouting across New York City. The camera pans through newly opened spaces bustling with diverse individuals in open layout offices, collaboration zones, and relaxation lounges. The evolution from a singular concept to a citywide phenomenon is unmistakable. WeWork's expansion takes an international leap in 2015, with the opening of its first global office in London. The scene captures the bustling streets of London juxtaposed against the sleek interior of WeWork's latest location, signifying the brand's intention to pioneer the co-working movement on a global scale. In late 2016, WeWork opens its 100th location, marking a significant milestone in its ambitious expansion strategy. The scene is set at a grand opening event, with a jubilant Adam Neumann cutting a ribbon amidst cheers, confetti falling, and media cameras flashing, capturing a pivotal moment in WeWork's history. 2018 sees WeWork rebrand as the We Company to signify its diversification into three sectors: WeWork, WeLive, and WeGrow. The scene captures a bustling company-wide conference, with vibrant presentations outlining an ambitious move beyond office space to encompass all areas of life and community. The rising unicorn secures its place among tech giants, entering the elite club of heavily valued startups alongside Uber and Airbnb by 2018. A cinematic montage of global tech conferences showcases WeWork sharing the stage with other industry titans, its logo blowing prominently on digital displays. CEO Adam Neumann is at the pinnacle of his leadership, renowned for his charismatic, sometimes enigmatic vision. The scene focuses on him addressing a large auditorium of WeWork employees, his passion palpable in every word, painting an idealistic future for WeWork as not just a company, but a movement. As 2019 draws to a close, the scene captures an end-of-year gala attended by employees, investors, and industry luminaries. There is an air of triumphant celebration for WeWork's journey thus far, underpinned by subtle undertones of the challenges yet to come, captured through reflective conversations as the city lights sparkle beyond. Fast forward to early 2018, WeWork's valuation surges past $20 billion, fueled by Neumann's unique salesmanship and rapid expansion strategy. The magic of WeWork lies in its promise of community within shared spaces, creating an intangible yet palpable synergy. Investors, enamored by Neumann's expansive visions, pour capital into what they believe is the future of office spaces. The summer of 2019 reveals the beginning of cracks in WeWork's facade. An internal memo leaks, unveiling mounting financial strains and operational difficulties. Employees, once driven by shared vision, begin questioning the sustainability of Neumann's aggressive expansion tactics amidst ballooning costs and weaker-than-expected profits. The once revered IPO prospect turns catastrophic, with the company's valuation plummeting from $47 billion to a mere $10 billion in September 2019. The intense scrutiny reveals WeWork's staggering losses and dubious valuation practices. Investors recoil, triggering a financial fallout and forcing Neumann's resignation. The media storm intensifies as documentaries and exposés dissect Neumann's leadership era, with emphasis on internal inconsistencies and charismatic excesses. Expert interviews unpack the psychology of his leadership, revealing layers behind his entrepreneurial charm and the consequential fall. Reflecting on the Adam Neumann phenomenon, analysts in 2021 debate the lasting imprint he leaves on the startup ecosystem. Discussions center on balancing visionary innovations with viable practices, scrutinizing the thin line between entrepreneurial drive and reckless ambition. By late 2022, Neumann's shadow looms over emerging startups that emulate WeWork's community-focused model. Founders reflect on Neumann's dynamic flair while cautiously navigating scalability lessons from WeWork's past. His impact sparks renewed exploration into redefining workspace paradigms. The Adam Neumann phenomenon prompts a broader cultural reflection by 2023 on the role of leadership, charisma, and trust in building enduring institutions. This discourse becomes essential in educational seminars and leadership workshops, emphasizing mindful growth and ethical leadership. As Neumann's saga fades into the annals of corporate history, it leaves a legacy of questions and paths not yet traveled. The tension between daring entrepreneurship and the necessity for grounded decision-making remains a dynamic, evolving dialogue well into the next decade. Zooming into the trading floors of major banks, where hundreds of armed computer screens flicker, revealing a fast-paced digital matrix of stock tickers. Traders shout into phone handsets, anxiety visible, increased brows as fortunes hang in the balance. This energy became the facade hiding structural fragility. Crossing continents, the camera pans to foreclosures across suburban America. Empty streets and abandoned homes lead to soaring foreclosure rates, which peaked at 2.23% in 2009, leaving families displaced and shattered. This stark reality revealed the human cost of financial chicanery. In contrast, the offices of credit rating agencies reveal analysts engrossed in re-evaluating debt instruments. Having given AAA ratings to junk securities, their evaluations crumbled under scrutiny, much like a house of cards, with their reliability questioned by 2010. Away from the hype, statistical imagery reveals rising unemployment figures projected onto social landscapes, lines outside job agencies winding for blocks, figures showing a rise to 10% unemployment by October 2009, a visual metaphor for societal strain. History lessons emerge at educational symposiums in 2011, where economists present with visual aids on how flawed derivatives led to colossal financial loopholes. With laser pointers tracing timelines, a quest for reform dominates conversations. Shifting focus to public disillusion, scores line up for Occupy Wall Street protests in 2011. With banners reading "We are the 99%, the scene underscores rising dissent and demands for equality amid the seeming indifference of Wall Street. Highlighting economic innovation, the rise of fintech in 2013 is depicted with programmers coding blockchain solutions. Lines of code cascade across screens as they reshape transactional norms, bridging gaps financial systems left exposed. In the heart of the bustling finance district, towering skyscrapers glint under the late afternoon sun of October 2022. The once prominent investment firm, Apex Capital, stands eerily quiet. Inside, analysts grapple with plunging numbers, their screens coated in ominous red streaks. The market downturn has slashed the firm's portfolio by a staggering $1.5 billion, sending waves of malaise throughout its ranks. In a cramped server room, a young data scientist, Marcy Tran, parses massive datasets filled with ominous downward trends. It's October 20, 2022, and statistical models project a catastrophic 35% crash in portfolio value if corrective action isn't swiftly taken. She breathes deeply, oblivious to the tangled wires around her as she drafts code for predictive analysis. In a small, atmospheric bar frequented by Wall Street elites, the clink of whiskey glasses resonates. It's the night of October 21, 2022, where traders and analysts gather, exchanging whispers about Apex Capital's dire straits. Talk of plunging stocks temporarily halts as an urgent news alert flashes on individual phones. Another pivotal tech stock has plummeted 18%, tightening the noose on their portfolios. In a clandestine meeting, John Whitman sits across from an old industry mentor, seeking guidance. October 25, 2022, the mentor, wise with age, warns of the historical precedent of financial avalanches, recounting details from previous crashes. He emphasizes strategic pivot towards stable, long-term investments while sipping a cup of steaming black tea. A public relations team hastily crafts a reassuring press release, drafting and revising under pressure. It's October 27, 2022, and they've been tasked with mediating mounting media speculation. Fingers attack keyboards while a stack of scrap drafts piles up, highlighting the dire need for a calming narrative amidst skyrocketing investor anxiety. In a small family-owned diner, Apex employees gather to reflect over coffee. November 1, 2022, and candid conversations unfold, from whispers of financial ruin to personal dreams at stake. The hum of conversation and clinking of dishes fill the air, as they paint a picture of hope clinging amid the corporate storm. Outside the historic New York Stock Exchange, throngs of media personnel and concerned citizens wait for developments from Apex. November 3, 2022, the cold wind blows lightly as journalists relay live broadcasts about the financial tensions while peering through camera lenses, hoping for glimpses of executives. Finally, a broadcast goes live from Apex's headquarters as John Whitman faces the world. November 5, 2022, he delivers measured words of new strategic partnerships and a tempered path forward. His calm yet steely resolve captured on screens globally, aiming to re-anchor faith and quell investor concerns. A sprawling spreadsheet filled with numbers covers a desk, depicting January's performance review. Employee satisfaction rates plummet to 37%, the lowest in a decade. Behind this stark data lie stories of burnout and disillusionment, swallowed by relentless quarterly goals. Inside a nondescript conference room, April 2022, a heated debate brews among middle management. Accusations of micromanagement clash with defensive retorts about accountability. This microcosm illustrates the broader disconnect between leaders and their staff. In June 2022, a muted, stuffy office space reveals employees exchanging furtive glances and secretive whispers. The atmosphere thrives on unspoken norms where speaking up is subtly discouraged, a toxic undertone permeates their daily interactions. A candid moment from a coffee break in August 2022, where the camaraderie of employees visibly frays. Underneath polite exchanges lies a pervasive disillusionment, each sip of coffee heavy with discontent and unspoken fears. An all-hands meeting in October 2022 aims to bridge gaps but falters amid unaddressed grievances. Leaders stand at the podium, words lost amidst the sea of disconnected faces and folded arms. An employee-led initiative in December 2022 surfaces, a grassroots movement for the company's cultural transformation. Passion runs high as plans are scribbled onto a large whiteboard, embodying hope amid despair. A powerful focus group in February 2023, prolific in candor and shared experiences. Employees from varying hierarchies find common ground, fostering understanding and camaraderie through honest dialogue. In 2025, the global tech market saw a disruption as organizations grappled with the consequences of unheeded cybersecurity warnings. Companies reported a staggering $3.5 billion in losses, revealing the industry's over-reliance on outdated protocols. This period marked an inflection point as companies hastily sought remedies to plug ever-growing vulnerabilities. Amidst regulatory introspection in 2026, nations began overhauling their cybersecurity frameworks, with the European Union leading a $2 billion initiative to fortify digital infrastructures. This movement sparked innovation, compelling companies to collaboratively develop more resilient networks, setting a technological precedent. The Global Hackathon of 2028 saw remarkable participation with over 10,000 developers from 60-plus countries, masterminding future-proof solutions over 48 hours. Held in Tokyo, this epic event unraveled inventive ideas, pushing the boundaries of conventional cyber defense mechanisms. In the technology epicenter of Silicon Valley, by 2030, colossal ventures began embeds, AI-enhanced cyber shields, blocking an unprecedented 95% of threat attempts in piloting programs. This game-changing innovation hinted at a future where AI becomes the linchpin of digital safety. In 2032, African tech hubs notably emerged with exponential digital paradigm shifts, formulated from a coalition of innovators and progressive policies. Reports highlighted a 250% increase in tech-driven GDP contributions as nations realigned to primarily digital economies. By 2034, Lichtenberg Cyber Institute released an insightful report predicting a theoretical 90% decrease in global cyber incursions contingent upon universal standard adoption. This sparked heated debate among industry stalwarts, weighing feasibility against infrastructural adaptability. By 2036, energy sectors witnessed the integration of blockchain-based solutions ensuring unparalleled transparency. This transformation saw 70% reduction in leakages, triggering shifts towards grid innovations designed to bolster operational effectiveness across diverse global locales. Meanwhile, in 2038, North America set pioneering precedents via the Quantum Convergence Initiative, marrying quantum computing and cybersecurity. Facilitating breakthroughs sparked a global race towards quantum supremacy, reshaping digital landscapes comprehensively.